Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Florence. I'm Maribu. How are you guys doing? Hopefully, you all are doing great. So, guys, in today's video, I'll be showing us how I cut um my jacket. We have various ways of cutting it, but this is my own way. I've learned this for a very long time, and guys, it's not feeling me, especially for us that are new in sewing. This, guys, you won't regret it. Is the In fact, I'm telling you, it's one of the easiest way of cutting a jacket. So guys, the first thing I went ahead to do is to get my 4 inches measurement. You can see I took the measurement 4 inches, which depending on how you want the lapel, to how wide you want it. You can see I took 4 inches. So the next line I will be making is 2 inches, which is the buttonhole measurement. So the first thing I did was to take my lapel measurement. I took 4, depending on how wide you want it. If you want 5 inches, 6 inches, depending on how wide you want it. So I took first line, which is the first 4 inches. Then the buttonhole measurement is 1.5 inches or 2 inches, depending on how the buttonhole you want it wide. So yeah, I'm just showing us I've gotten my buttonhole. I have 2 lines, which is the buttonhole. So now I will go ahead to take my shoulder measurement, which is 18 inches. So I will be taking 9 inches. So guys, I'm taking this measurement right on the first line. On the first line, that's where I'm taking this measurement. So I'll be going down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant. I will connect the shoulder slant to the first line. Now it's time for the armhole measurement, which is I'll be taking 10 inches. I will make a straight line. After that, guys, I will just go ahead to take all the horizontal lines, the bust, the waist, the hip measurement, and I will make a straight line. I will get 2 points of the horizontal line just to have a straight line. Connect the points together to have a straight line. So guys, going back to the armhole, I will just connect that straight line. I will just connect it to have a straight line for us to get our armhole measurement. So now I will get the midpoint. To get the midpoint of the armhole, I will first impute the bust measurement, which is 40. That's 44.5. When you divide it by 4, add 2 inches to it. That way I will be able to get the armhole measurement. Now I'm getting the midpoint of the armhole. I will be going in by 0.5 or 0.75, whichever one you want to do. So I will be taking 0.5. I'm going in by 0.5. Connecting it with my French curve just to curve out the armhole. Guys, if you notice, I didn't take the neck line of this. I didn't take just regular 3 inches or 3.5 inches. But guys, watch what I'm doing right now. I went down by 5.5 inches. Then I stopped 2 inches above the waistline. That is where I'll be having that is where the lapel will be stopping. So I have the first one, the first line right there is 5.5 inches. The second line, I went 2 inches up above the waistline. Now I want to construct my lapel. As you can see, guys, at that first line, I took 2.5 inches right there. So the next thing I will do, guys, I will connect that 2.5 inches to the first 5.5 inches, just like so, the way I'm doing right now. I will now connect that to the next point, like so, just to construct my lapel, guys. I went ahead to take the nipple to nipple measurement, which is 8 inches divided by 4. Divided by 2, because with the nipple to nipple you divide by 2. It gives us 4 inches. So I took 4.5 inches for sewing allowance. I will make a straight line like so. Guys, the whole measurement, the measurement I'm taking, I just want to take the length. I forgot I didn't impute the length of the jacket, so I'm just imputing the length of the jacket right there. Guys, you can see I'm showing us where I'm taking all my measurements. Is on the first line, not on the second line. On the first line, the first one towards the inside, not the one outside. So I would just want to impute my bust measurement, waist measurement, and my hip measurement. My bust measurement, as I said earlier, is 44 divided by 4. Then I will go ahead and impute the waist measurement, which is 39 inches divided by 4. You add 2 inches for sewing allowance. I'll go ahead, do the same thing for the hip measurement, which is 46.5 divided by 4. Add 2 inches for stitching allowance and just connect those points. So the next thing I will go ahead to do is to just get the darts. So I'll be using preset dart in case some other person you just want to go the dart. So I went down by 1 inch at the bust measurement. So by the side at the waist and the half length, I will just take 0.5 or 0.75 on each side, just to have a kind of just to have a kind of triangle going up and triangle going, will I say triangle? A kind of angle going up and down, just the way you see me do. But I'm just doing that in case for some other reason you just don't want to have a preset dart, you just want to hold the dart without cutting out the preset dart. But I'm just showing that, but I will be using preset dart for this jacket. So I will connect the lines like so. After that, I will now extend the preset dart up. I will, as I said earlier, I'll be using preset dart, so I'm trying to connect it to the midline we initially got at the armhole measurement. I'll be going out just as you see me do by 1 inch. If you don't do that, the princess cut will short, so we have to extend it because it's curved. You extend it out by 1 inch, so as by the time you are joining it together, the princess cut is not going to be short. So definitely once we extend it out, that means our armhole measurement we have to move. It's not going to be at that same the armhole curve. I mean, we have to create a new armhole curve because we are extending out the princess cut out just the way you see me do. So I'm cancelling that out to show us that that particular line is not part of what is not going to be the armhole. We have created a new one. So at this point I'm just trying to show us, if you want to leave it like that you can, but I want to have my jacket kind of curve at the front. So I went, you can see the way I'm doing it. I came up at the exact length of the jacket. If you watch what I'm doing right now, I curved it at the exact length of the jacket, excluding the stitching allowance. If you watch, I didn't curve it at the stitching allowance, it's at the exact length of the jacket. So which means I curved it at the exact length of the jacket, not at the stitching allowance. So I will go ahead and cut out the pattern that we have traced out, and we'll move ahead to cut the back. So this is we're going to be cutting the back. So I've already gone ahead to make the just as if you want to add a zip to cloth. I went out to take out 2 inches, so I'm just tracing out the neckline, which is I took 3.5 or 3 inches, whichever one you want to take, with 1 inch down. So I will have the curve right there. I will make a curve, connect that point. So guys, for us to cut the shoulder for the back, I measure out the shoulder I have for the front, just the way you see me do. So I will measure it out, the shoulder line right there. I'm not going to take any measurement. I will just use this front to guide me. So I will just take the total measurement of the shoulder I have on the front panel. I will not impute it on the back panel. So I've gotten my shoulder right there. So the next thing I will do, I will come down by 1 inch, just the way we cut, come down by 1 inch to get our shoulder slant. I will connect it. Just basically, I will be repeating what I did in the front to the back panel. Going down by for the armhole. To get the armhole, I went down by 10 inches, connect it to have my chest line, make a straight line so as to enable me to construct my armhole curve. The next I will do, I will go ahead to get out all the horizontal lines that I need, the bust line, the half length, the hip length, and the total length of the jacket, and the sewing allowance. After getting the necessary points, I will just connect those points to have a straight line. The next thing I'm going to do right now, just the same way as I said earlier, the same process, get the bust measurement so as to enable us to have curve our armhole. I will just input the bust measurement, which is 44 divided by 4, plus add 2 inches stitching allowance. I will just do the same for the waist measurement, which is 39 inches divided by 4. Add the 2 inches stitching allowance. The same thing with the hip measurement. Add the 2 inches allowance and connect those points together. Guys, this method I'm using to cut my jacket, for the back I will need to go in a little bit just to give it a curve. This method is quite different from the regular method we use in cutting jackets, so but it's always is beginner friendly. Actually, I've learned this method for a long time. I said let me share it with us. It's quite different from the regular one we see on the internet that people have been using to cut. I just said let me share this my old method because I find it quite much easier. I don't know, it might not be, but I find it much easier for me cutting jackets. So what I did there is just to add the length. I noticed that I didn't add the length of the jacket, so I just quickly added the length jacket. I'm getting the nipple to nipple measurement so as to get the princess cut measurement. Just the same thing. In case you don't want to have the princess cut, you just want to cut it with the dart, I'm just placing that on the pattern. Basically the same thing I did to the front, so I will be doing that to the back. So if you have watched up to this point and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Support your girl. Please support your girl. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your bell notification to get notified each time I upload a new video. On this channel, we do hair tutorial, gele tying, wig making, and a lot more. And I want to introduce a fashion vlog. I just want to introduce a fashion vlog, carry us along to show you guys some thrift haul, and you don't want to miss it. I'm based right here in Louisiana, USA. Guys, please don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section. Give me your thoughts on this particular method I'm using. If you try it, let me know how it worked out. So what I'm doing right there is just to have to shape the back. Basically, you don't want the back to be puffy, just like when we are attaching zipper to blouses. You don't want to see that puffy. So that's what you see me do. So I'm going to cut out the pattern out, the back pattern, and that will be it, guys. That is it, guys. Just simple, and that is it. Please don't forget to turn on your bell notification to get notified when I upload the sewing of this jacket. See you all in my next video. Bye bye.